Welcome to Owensboro Catholic Schools in the Loop. My name is Kathy Graham. Today our guest is Diane Fulkerson, and Diane is a first grade teacher over at the K-3 campus. And she's going to be going over some of the programs that the Owensboro Catholic School elementary schools offer. Start with Title I.
Title I.
If you could explain that to us.
Sure. Title I is the program that provides additional assistance in reading for students who need that assistance in that area. It's a great program that in which the Title I teacher collaborates with the classroom teacher, finding out what areas that the child is lacking in, what skills he's having a difficult time with, and the child is able to meet at least 2 or 3 times per week with the Title I teacher. Okay. She does a great job of really coordinating her time with the teacher to communicate and talk with us about those areas that the child is struggling in, and really tries to coordinate her lesson plans in accordance to ours, and so that we can give the children the best.
So do they take the kids out of the classroom for that?
Yes, she takes the children out of the classroom for about 20-25 minutes.
And how many days a week?
About anywhere from 2 to 3 times per week.
Okay.
2 to 3 times per week.
Now, how's that different than the differentiated learning specialist? Because we had Vicki Warren on. Who is that?
Right.
It's a different person?
Yes, it is a different person. The program, I think, is federal funded. And so this teacher that we have on staff, she happens to be a retired teacher with a lot of experience with children. The differentiated learning specialist, I know you said you had talked to her earlier, she helps us in finding these students that need this particular program. And so she helps us, you know, we can come to the differentiated learning specialist and say, you know, we have some students here who are really struggling, and then she will look and see if they have received this program yet, or if they qualify for it, and so forth, and she'll go from there, and we'll get them in there. So she'll kind of
work with the Title I teacher?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
And there's different, is there a different Title I at both campuses, or is it the same
person?
There are
two, no, it is not the same person.
Okay.
There are 2 different Title I teachers there, one at the 4-6 and one at the K-3.
Okay. And speech and language program. You guys have a therapist, a speech therapist who comes?
Yes, and she comes, and she also is able to meet with the kids 2 or 3 times per week. She works with children who, I think what happens is a lot of times people think whenever you speak of a speech therapist, you think that these are just students who are struggling with formation of sounds.
Right.
But actually it's much more than that. She also works with those kids who have delays in language development and also listening skills. And so she, as well as the Title I teacher, collaborates again with the classroom teacher, and together we work out ways in which we can provide more assistance for these students who are struggling in these areas. Our speech therapist, like I said, meets with the students 2 or 3 times per week. She also works with the parents to create a plan of action for their child. Both teachers, both the Title I teacher and the speech therapist, also give us progress reports
to the teachers.
To the teachers and to the parents. They have their own conferences, so forth, with the parents, and then they provide us with information on what they're seeing.
Would the parents seek out a speech therapist, or is it something like maybe you as a teacher would say, your student's having some difficulty, and then maybe approach the teacher?
Some students, I think, you know, a lot of times you recognize these issues back in preschool.
Right.
And so some kids, you know, come in already knowing that they're probably going to have this service provided. But yet, in the beginning of the year, we do have screenings. Okay. We'll have hearing screenings. She'll do, the speech therapist will do language screenings and speech screenings and so forth like that. And so she'll try to help pinpoint those kids who she can see through her own tests are having a difficult time. Okay. And then I myself can do the same thing. I can approach her and say, you know, I see this child is struggling in the area of language. Right. Do you think you have some assessments or something that might be able to help me?
Okay. Another thing under technology and computers in Media Center. Is that a separate area than the computer?
It is.
Okay.
It's a separate room altogether.
All right.
We have a library media specialist, a certified teacher, on hand that's where the children go to library once a week.
Okay.
They actually have a library class with her once a week, but they can also go in and out of the library throughout the week to check out books and so forth. What I think has been real exciting about our library program is our library teacher has really been working with not just, the children are not just walking in checking out books. They're not walking into the library checking out books, reading a book, and then leaving. They are actually going in there and they are learning about how the library itself works. They're learning more about the different genres of reading. They learn more about fiction and nonfiction. She really is just adding to what we try to do every day in the classroom.
It's more like a subject than just a library.
It is. She's teaching them so much more. I mean, they're just not walking in, checking out books, and spending a quiet time.
An accelerated reader really helps them want to read more too.
Yes, it does.
That's a pretty big motivational tool.
It is a very much so, very big motivational tool.
And we've got music. The kids meet once a week for music, or?
Yes, they do. They meet, well, actually they meet about 3 times a week for about 20.
Okay.
For about 20 minutes. They have a Yamaha electronic keyboard lab.
I saw that. I thought, wow, I don't remember that. That's awesome.
No, that's something that I didn't have either when I was a child. And it's real exciting because I've walked in before and have seen the kids interact with that, and they really enjoy it. And she will, they'll play like different tunes and stuff, and she'll play back to them, and each of them have a set of headphones, and they can hear back whether or not they played the right tune or so forth. She can communicate to them that way.
And then they do some extra lessons, banjos and guitars.
Right, and that's
available.
All that's through the Bluegrass in the Schools. That it's a program that I'm not real sure how old it is. It's been going on now for maybe 3 or 4 years, I guess.
Okay.
But it provides students with opportunities to explore our own heritage here in Owensboro with the bluegrass music.
Yeah. All right, we've got some other programs. The extended school program.
Yeah, we have an after-school program that starts about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I think it lasts to about 5:45.
Okay.
The children are provided a snack. Once the snack is finished, they're also provided with homework assistance, giving them that time to hopefully get their homework done before they go home and have all the different activities that you have going on at home, take a bath and go to bed and that kind of thing.
Well, I remember the differentiated learning specialist talking about helping them in the afternoons at that program with their homework and stuff, that's available for a while.
Yes, yes.
And then I know some of the NHS students from Catholic High go over and help with some tutoring and stuff.
Yes, they do. Get to go through different various activities too. After they have their homework assistance time, they rotate through different stations, different places, that are set up throughout the school, such as some computer time, puzzles and board games, and just some gym time now that we have our new gym.
Good, that's nice.
And they're able to go in there and play some different games and stuff like that.
So does that stay pretty full?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It stays very active, very full.
A breakfast and lunch program, which if you've got to be at work early, you can take your kids to school early so they can get some breakfast.
Yes, and we're also a part of that free and reduced lunch.
Okay.
Where you can qualify for that as well.
And second step program.
Designed to help children deal with their emotions and their behaviors, trying to develop kids to really work on their impulses, their anger management and things like that. Now, what is so exciting about working in the Catholic school system is you're able to take that program and also bring about it the faith and stuff, because we all know that these emotions and things that we have are all gifts given to us by God, and it's all in the way in which we handle those gifts as to how we handle our own behavior.
Well, and there's so many ways that being in the Catholic schools, like the music program incorporates the liturgy and the kids singing at Mass, and like each classroom will have a time to do that.
Yes.
So you can kind of incorporate all that stuff.
Right, because each class is in charge of preparing a Mass throughout the school year. And so also during our music time, we do spend some time at the beginning of the class working on music for the liturgy, helping the kids prepare for a song. We do. I think it's real exciting is we work with the kids on signing. I don't know if you've been to any of our Masses lately, but the kids really do a beautiful job of signing out the words to the music.
Well, there's so many things on this list. This is a 5-page list that is available through the central office. Thanks, Diane. Parents didn't know about. So if you'd like a list, call the central office at 686-8896.